Hello, welcome to Community Matters. I'm honored to be your host. My name is Becky Steinbrunner, and I hope you will listen in for a great program today. Santa Cruz Voice is partnering with Think Local First and highlighting fabulous nonprofits in our Santa Cruz community that are doing great work with and for the people. So it is part of the Santa Cruz Gives campaign. And we hope you'll listen in and learn more about three really great nonprofits. My first guest will be Miss Rosalina Nunez. Is that correct?
Yes, technically it's Rosalina Nunez Manfreda.
Manfreda.
Either one is okay with me.
Thank you very much. And Rosalina is joining us here as the supervising attorney for Senior Legal Services. Later in a second hour, we will have someone from El Pajaro Community Development Corporation who supports Latin women starting and developing their own businesses. And then the second half of the second hour will be with Jacob's Heart Children's Cancer Support Group. And that will be quite a good interview as well. So listen in, stay tuned, and learn more about these great nonprofits doing great work. Let me first thank Satellite Workspace and Digital Media Studio here at 325 SoCal Avenue in Santa Cruz. If you're looking for a place to have a bit of remote work space that is clean, safe, and very secure and comfortable, this is the place for you. They have community workspaces and also rooms that you can rent by the hour, by the day, by the week, whatever you need that is meant for you if you need some space for your work and meetings. You can also have your mail delivered here. So check it out. Satellite Workspace and Digital Media Center, 325 SoCal Avenue in Santa Cruz. That's between Ocean Street and the beautiful San Lorenzo River. So without further ado, let us go to our first interview that is with Rosalina Nunez Manfreda.
That's right.
And you are the supervising attorney with Senior Legal Services. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Becky, for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. And yes, I am a supervising attorney at Senior Legal Services. We are a nonprofit legal organization. We happen to be right next door to the studio, so it's highly convenient to be here today.
Thank you.
Yes, we are a nonprofit legal organization. We practice several areas of law. We provide services to seniors that are over 60 years old that live in the Santa Cruz and San Benito counties. So we cover those two counties. And the areas of law that we practice are eviction defense, debt and consumer rights, elder abuse, government benefits, and planning for the future. And I can discuss a little bit about each one. The eviction defense, kind of self-explanatory. We help people that are facing eviction. That one is, obviously a hard thing to go through for anyone of any age, really. Eviction is very difficult. People come in crisis, they're scared, very vulnerable, and we help inform them of their rights. We help them fill out forms, help them file with the court. Oftentimes we sign on as their attorney, and our services are absolutely free. We do not charge attorney fees for our services, and so seniors are able to come in, and as long as they're over 60 years old and live in those two counties, we are able to sign on and represent them in court and make sure that their rights are preserved and they're able to exercise all of their tenant rights.
That's wonderful. Is there an income restriction? Do they have to meet certain income?
No.
Wow.
We do not look at that at all. We do collect some demographic information just for our funders' purposes, for grants purposes, but that's all that information is for. And really, we only ask those two questions. Are you in Santa Cruz or San Benito County? Are you over the age of 60? And if so, you qualify for our services.
Wow, that is marvelous. That is marvelous.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah. What other services can you help people with?
We help with debt and consumer rights. So we, sometimes get a person that will come in and say, this person took advantage of me. I went and bought this car and it, broke down as soon as I drove it off the lot. What are my rights? And so we look into that. Credit card fraud. People buy something from the internet. It comes in the mail. It's not exactly what they purchased. We look at warranties. We look at the contract. We look at what their rights are. How can we fix this for you?
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's a huge deal right now. The identity theft, credit card fraud it's growing, right?
Absolutely. We are seeing a rise in people really being catfished online. And so people are, lonely. They get online. They meet someone on Facebook from another country or just somewhere far away that is convenient for, the predator to take advantage of our senior, of our client. And they prey on people that are vulnerable and lonely and want someone to talk to. And then next thing you know, the person is in love and they're sending money, they're sending their life savings overseas, or who knows where, really. It's really, really tough to track those type of cases. We try to work with the district attorney's office and make reports on that. Explain to the client that, this is a scam, this is a trick, this is not real. Please save your money. Please do not send any more money out. Those are really tough conversations because it's painful. It's painful to hear that for anyone. They've attached themselves emotionally to someone because of all of the things that seniors go through. The kids move away, the spouse passes away, friends start passing away. It's life. It's what we all are going to get to at some point. And it is that vulnerability that makes them a perfect victim to that. And so we try to look out for our clients, really ask a lot of, tough questions to try to figure out, is this a real person on the other side? Are we able to track this person down? Sadly, I would say that beyond that, there's sometimes it's someone they actually know and love and maybe even living with them that's taking advantage of them.
Oh, dear.
And oftentimes, unfortunately, it's their own children. And so we see that a lot. That falls under our elder abuse cases. And those are really heartbreaking. Those break my heart because it is typically, and not always, and I don't want to say, that children are bad or that, we don't have good children. There are very, very good kids out there making sure their aging parents are being well taken care of. And we get a lot of those cases. I would say most of our cases are older children bringing their senior parent in and saying, oh, my mom needs this or my mom needs that. I want to help her get this straightened out. But every once in a while, you have an actual parent, a senior that comes in and says, I let my 50-year-old daughter move in with me. And I haven't seen her for 10 years. All of a sudden, my jewelry's missing. She took my credit card and she racked up a bunch of credit card debt. I want to get her out of my house. What do I do here? And in those cases, we can help with evicting said daughter, for example, because the parent will try to ask nicely, daughter, you need to leave. You're not in good shape and I need to get back to my normal life. I'd like to live in peace. And so we help that. And that's tough too. Those are tough decisions that our seniors have to come to get to that point. But we make it easier. We facilitate that. We hold their hand through that. We represent them in court. Make it a lot easier. We communicate with the daughter. I'm just using that as an example, but we communicate with the daughter and say, mom needs you to leave. Here's your 60-day notice or whatever type of notice they're going to get, and ask them to leave. Try to do this as gentle as possible. We'll give you some time, but you're going to have to leave, make a plan to leave. And if that doesn't happen, we file the proper paperwork to do
For
that.
actual eviction?
For an actual eviction.
Yeah, wow, that must be intense.
It is intense. It doesn't happen too often.
That's good.
Most of the time, our eviction cases are us defending seniors and their tenants, and they are tenants. They don't know what their rights are. Maybe landlord is taking advantage. Sometimes it's just a real clean eviction, and the landlord's like, "Hey, I've rented this house to you for 25 years, but I'm ready to retire, and I want to move into it. I want to move over by the beach, and I'm ready to move in, or I'm downsizing, I'm selling my homes, and I'm sorry, but I want to move into my house." And that's, understandable.
Yeah.
And in those cases, it's usually really just trying to find a soft landing for our senior tenant, and
which is not easy in the housing market here.
It's not easy, especially when you've been renting someplace for 25, 30 years, and the landlord is probably your friend and has kept the rent really low.
Giving you a deal.
Yes, because you're a good tenant.
Right.
And, all of a sudden they want to move in. Yeah. And it's tough, but we try to get as much time as possible to help the senior move forward, find a soft landing. Sometimes we work with APS, Adult Protective Services, and get them involved. And it doesn't mean that the person is being abused or taken advantage of. It's just an extra resource that we connect with. And so we do a lot of that too. We try to connect our seniors with whatever other resources are available in the county. But yeah, our services are absolutely free. We do not charge anything for our legal services. Sometimes it is just counsel and advice. Sometimes it's just information. Sometimes it's referring people to the right place. And sometimes it is walking them into court and defending them.
Yeah. Wow. If you're just joining us, welcome to Community Matters. I'm your host, Becky Steinbruner, and I am honored to have here with me in the studio Supervising Attorney for Senior Legal Services, Ms. Rosalina Nunez Manfreda. I'm so sorry.
That's
Thank you. And how long have you been doing this work with?
Well, I've been an attorney for over 15 years. I've been with Senior Legal Services. Let's see, today is the 12th. Today is my anniversary, my 3rd year anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Thank you for your good work.
Thank you. Today's my 3-year anniversary with Senior Legal, and I couldn't be prouder of the work that we do. Prior to this, I was in private practice, and I did very similar work. I was doing disability, bankruptcy, and a little bit of family law. But at Senior Legal, we've got all these areas of law that sometimes in private practice doesn't pay a lot to an attorney. And so there are not a lot of attorneys defending this or picking up this type of work because it's not very lucrative. And you've got to pay the bills too, and that sort of thing. But when I started at Senior Legal, one of the first cases I started working on was a Social Security overpayment case. I had a senior that brought in a letter from Social Security, and she was so overwhelmed. She said, they're going to cut my benefits. They're saying I owe them $10,000, that they overpaid me in the last 2 years. They've been paying me the wrong amount, and now I have to pay this back, and they're going to cut my benefits until this $10,000 is paid down. What am I going to do? I'm going to not have enough for groceries. I'm not going to have enough for rent. I'm not going to be able to live. And in those cases, in private practice, how do you charge a fee for that? That's very difficult. Right. And so that was not really a case that I would have picked up unless it was like a pro bono case. But when I started at Senior Legal, that was one of my very first cases that landed on my desk. And I looked at it and I thought, oh boy, I'm in a whole new world. This is something I can actually help with now. The funding that we receive at Senior Legal allows me to do this really important work that I otherwise wouldn't have been able to afford to do as a solo practitioner.
And the woman may not have found anybody to help her.
That is exactly
had it
right.
not been for Senior Legal Network.
That is exactly right. She would have, I could have sent her all over town to speak to a Social Security attorney, and they would have said, here's my fee. This is how much I charge. And you're saying that to someone who's already on a fixed income, who doesn't have enough to pay rent, and you want her to come up with attorney fees? It's impossible.
And she's got a letter in her hand saying she owes $10,000.
It's absolutely overwhelming.
Thank goodness for you and Senior Legal Services.
Yes, it's
Thank you.
really exciting work. I'm extremely proud of the work that we do.
Yeah.
But truly, we couldn't do it without our funders. And we don't talk about that enough because it is our funders that pay for somebody's paying for it. What is that term that I haven't heard in a long time, but it's no lunch is free or something like that. Nothing is really free, right? Somebody's footing the bill somewhere.
Everything costs something.
Everything costs something.
Yeah.
And so it is really our funders. Of course, we're doing the work and we're in the field and we're the ones, we're the face. But behind us are funders that are making this possible, making sure that we receive our paycheck, that we have lights on in the office, that we've, have a conference room to meet with clients, that we have paper and ink and all of those things that it takes to run a legal organization.
Computer service. Where are you located?
We are right next door at 317 SoCal Avenue. We are the little gray building right in front of the restaurant Hindquarters. We share the same parking lot. And yes, we are right next door, downtown Santa Cruz, 317 SoCal Avenue.
And what are your hours?
We are Monday through Thursday from 8:30 to 4:30.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Senior Legal Services. And you've been around for a long time. I have a caller here, Mr. Jeff Bosshard, that I think may have some information on early days of your agency. Would you like to take that call?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do that. And again, I want to thank you so much for your time today. Let's see if we can get Jeff.
Thank you for having me.
Hello, Jeff. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. Been listening to you. Can hear you. You hear me.
Do you hear him, Rosalina?
I do.
Yes. All right. Jeff, what would you like to say? I know you have history with this wonderful organization Rosalina's been describing. What would you like to add?
We'll start with the end point, and that was that, to my knowledge, this Senior Citizens Legal Aid Service was the first of its kind in the country. And that fact, added to others, led to my moving up to Santa Cruz County. At the time, I was married, and in the first stages of the Great Society, the Office of Economic Opportunity was paying for some of the local legal aid offices, and on that basis, I was hired. I had a wonderful job. But as I went through things, I found a couple of situations like your speaker today has found. One was that a couple came in and they were basically bankrupt because their daughter, who had lived with them temporarily, had been making long-distance phone calls to her faraway soldier spouse, and it just got so big they couldn't handle it. Another senior couple came in, and I couldn't handle their case because they had too much income. We were income restricted. And that thought led me to say, I want to help seniors who don't have enough money, maybe, and I will want to open my own office with low cost so they can afford it. So that was the basis of my career as a lawyer from then on, when we did move up here to Santa Cruz County and open my first office. And on that basis, it survived for about 50 years. And there were cases where I and, frankly, other attorneys in the area, many of them retired, would volunteer their services for this particular agency. and certainly didn't hurt us. And it was actually gave us a lot of sense of accomplishment that we could help those seniors who were in an unusual circumstance and couldn't otherwise get out of it. So I want to thank this organization for existing and thank Becky for doing what I couldn't do, and that was to try to get a speaker from Senior Citizens Legal on the show.
We're
So
very
you did,
glad
Becky.
you're here, Rosalina. Jeff, thank you very much for providing that history. Rosalina, do you want to say anything?
Well, thank you, Jeff, for calling, and thank you for the work that you did early in the organization's history. This is wonderful to hear, and the work keeps on. It keeps going. It doesn't end. We march forward and continue to do the good work, and hopefully we can for another 50 years. We've been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
52 years, I think.
1972 was founded. That's
yeah.
marvelous.
So hopefully, keep going, and we're able to continue this very important work, because seniors are vulnerable. They are deserving of our attention, and their rights are important, and they deserve it.
Yeah.
They deserve it. They've earned it, and we should do this work.
Yeah, thank you. And Jeff, thank you for your call today. Do you have anything further?
Something of note is, I think one of the persons I met when I moved up here was Rich McAdams, who I think was one of the founders of the organization. And
he was a judge, right?
He became a judge later.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good to stay where you are. It's good to move up. Whatever works for you. I hope you continue doing what you love to do. Thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Jeff. That means a lot. Yes, we have so much good history in our organization, so many good people in the past that found it, people that have been on our board for decades, people that are just true believers of the work that we're doing. And it's all of that work. It's not just the attorneys, it's our paralegals that are at the front of the line. It's our front desk person. It's our executive director, current and the ones in the past. Everything has led up to where we are today, where we've grown so much in the last couple of years. And we've been able to take on new types of work that we didn't do in the past. And we just continue to do the work that we've always done, is helping seniors, helping them with, planning for the future, whether it's an advanced healthcare directive or a power of attorney, a statutory will, all of those things that seniors start to think about, that we really should all be thinking about, no matter what our age. But truly, once we get a little bit older, it really starts to hit us that, okay, things are changing, and I need to start thinking about the future, what's going to happen. Yeah.
Well, Becky, you can hang me up, and I'll move on and listen on the internet. But one plug is that on my show, the Freedom Forum on Monday at 1 o'clock, we'll have two more speakers, such as these that you're having. That's part of a continuing series, and we're glad to do it.
Yes, excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff, for your service, and thank you for calling in today. All right, very good. One thing that Jeff mentioned was when he was working with Senior Legal Services, there was the income restriction, but now that's not a piece of it. And that's really encouraging. Not that people would take advantage of it, but many people might feel that they probably wouldn't qualify. So
that's right. I do want to make that very clear, because that is a pretty frequent question is, does it matter how much my house is worth, or, what assets I have, or, and none of that, it doesn't matter. As long as you're over the age of 60, you live in Santa Cruz County or San Benito County, we can represent you. We can at least assess, see if we can help.
That's wonderful.
So it is a very good service for all seniors in these counties. And no, we do not look at income, and so that has changed. I caught that too. I didn't know that about the history of our organization, so that's interesting. But yes, that has changed, and Again, that's probably due to our funders, because we probably were more restricted back then because maybe there wasn't enough funding or something like that. And that's pretty standard in nonprofit life. You know, it goes up and down, things change. But right now we are pretty set, and we've got great funding right now. But of course, you know, you go up and down. That can change anytime. So very grateful for our funders and that sort of thing. And again, why we are so involved with Santa Cruz Gives.
Yes,
because it
please.
is so important. If people feel so inclined to donate to the organization, now is the time. We're at the end of the year, and you know, it's tax season coming up, and people maybe need a write-off, or whatever their reason or motivation is fine. The use of those funds that we will receive is what's important. It's going to go to really good use. It's going to go to representing a vulnerable senior that is all alone in Santa Cruz, maybe doesn't know where to turn. And we're talking people that are maybe 90 years old, 92 years old sometimes. You know, and that's very heartbreaking to have a 90-year-old walk into your office saying, I don't have any children nearby. My spouse died 10 years ago. My friends are gone. I need help with XYZ. I need a power of attorney. I need to file bankruptcy. I need to, you know, I need help with the Social Security disability issue. Whatever that might be, we can at least have you come in, talk to us, see what we can do with your legal matter. How can we help with that? And maybe you've come in and it's not a legal matter, but we can refer you somewhere else, someone who can help, connect you with the right person. But really, we're looking at legal matters. That's what we're working on.
Excellent. Thank you so much. How do people send you a nice donation to support your good work?
Well, they can go to santacruzvoice.com/Santa-Cruz-Gives- I'm sorry, I'm giving you the wrong the wrong link here. I'm so sorry.
Is there a website? Do you have a website?
You
Can we
can,
go directly
yes.
through that? Or is it better to go through the Santa Cruz Gives program?
You can go through the Santa Cruz Gives program. You can also go straight to our website, which is seniorlegal.org. And there is a button you can click there to donate. And it's really simple. I checked it out the other day, and it was pretty easy to navigate. So that was seniorlegal.org. It is really, really simple. You click on that button, and it takes you right directly to the Santa Cruz Gives
Excellent.
donation bucket. And so, yeah, seniorlegal.org. And once you're there, you can look at our website, look at all the services we provide. You can take a look at our staff, all of the people that are going to help you if you do so need our services, but also the organization that you're donating to and the work that we're doing.
The very good work you're doing.
Thank you.
If people are attorneys and want to do some pro bono work and donate through you, can they do that?
Yes, we're constantly looking for extra help, of course. People reach out sometimes and let us know, hey, I've got experience in this area of law, and if you ever need me, here's my resume, here's my contact info. And that's really, really great to have. And sometimes it's just us making that phone call over there and saying, hey, you're an expert in this. Can you answer a couple questions? And we'll definitely put you down for a couple hours of, you know, pro bono work.
Nice.
So yeah, it's definitely, we've got interns that come in. We've got law students that we mentor.
Oh, excellent.
Yes, every summer we mentor 2 to 3 interns that are law students, either first year or second year law students. And that is so fun. Just mentoring and, you know, looking at sort of a young version of yourself, of, you know, a baby lawyer. And you see these future lawyers, and you want to plant the seed of legal aid in their mind. You want to plant these seeds of, you know, you're going to get into your career and your interests are going to change, and you're going to get into a specialty maybe, but legal aid is part of your beginning, part of your career, part of your past. And we try to plant that seed of, come back to legal aid at some point, or invite you just to do pro bono work in your career.
Yes.
Even when I was in private practice, I couldn't help it. I think it was a calling that I had, and I didn't realize it. I thought as a lawyer, you're just supposed to make money and go to court and get clients and, market yourself and do all these things. But it was always part of my career. I didn't miss a year where I took at least 1 or 2 pro bono cases.
Thank you.
It was, you have to, you can't help it. Someone comes in, they're in dire need. You have the skill to help them. They have no money. Mm-hmm. They have no way of helping you, but maybe they make you a batch of cookies. I had a client that used to make me egg rolls every year. They were amazing. She'd bring me like 30 egg rolls, and I thought, oh my God, what am I going to do with this?
Who cares about money?
But, it's just, we try to plant those seeds in our young law students, and it's very rewarding. Legal aid is important for the community. It's important for everybody involved, really.
Yeah.
What
is your caseload? And I know we're getting kind of to the end of the time you have available, and thank you so much for your time here today. But what is your caseload like? Are you overwhelmed? Do you have to turn people away because you don't have enough help that a donation could help address? Just give us a bit of a thumbnail sketch, and then I'll cut you loose.
Absolutely. In legal aid, it's pretty standard to have a heavy caseload. That's the culture. That's just the way it is. There's so many people that need help.
Yeah.
And it's really, really difficult to turn people away.
Yeah.
We try to find something, just even if it's a little nugget of information that can, you leave that person better than you found them. Mm-hmm. And so we probably help 600 to 800 people a year.
Wow.
And so we're headed in that direction. We're, I think, very close to 700 right now.
Wow.
For the year. And and that's not counting the people we just referred out. That is solid cases we helped with. We've got 4 attorneys. We've got 5 paralegals, I believe, right now. And again, in the summer we house interns.
That's great.
Throughout the year, we house undergraduate students that are not yet at law school, still earning their bachelor's degree, and we give them an internship too. And so all of that costs money. All of that costs our funding. And so, a donation would help us keep moving, keep the lights on.
A donation of any amount will do great work.
That's right.
With Senior Legal Services in Santa Cruz. Thank you. Right. Do you know that I thought of you, actually. I was looking through the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors agenda for next Tuesday. They have on there, on the consent agenda, number 48, an increase of $40,000 to Miller Maxfield to put out information about elder abuse awareness. I don't know if you would want to speak to the Board of Supervisors about that. $40,000 seems a lot like for brochures, when it would make such a huge difference to your organization. Do you get support from the county at all?
We have some funding from the county. Different programs that do fund us. Yes, we receive quite a lot of help from the county, actually.
Excellent. Yeah. Excellent. Well, maybe some of this $40,000 will make its way to your organization. Yes. It's consent item 48 on next Tuesday's Board of Supervisor agenda. $40,000 to Miller Maxfield for developing materials to raise awareness of elder abuse.
Interesting. I will have to look into that. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah.
See, that's how we network, and we get connected to the right resources, and everybody needs help. You know, everybody needs help.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We're past your time that you have given us. One more plug for your work and how people can help donate.
Thank you again, Becky, for having me. This is Rosalina Nunez Manfreda from Senior Legal Services. We are a nonprofit legal aid located in downtown Santa Cruz at 317 SoCal Avenue. Our phone number is 831-426-8824. Again, that's 831-426-8824. We are right now in middle of the Santa Cruz Gives cruise, looking for donations, and we have until December 31st to fundraise through that, and that is at santacruzgives.org, santacruzgives.org. And if you don't find us there, you can find us directly at our website, seniorlegal.org, seniorlegal.org. And we are very thankful for any donation. Any amount is very helpful, will help pay to keep us funded and continue to the good work we do for our seniors in Santa Cruz and San Benito County.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
What
Becky.
a pleasure to meet you and to hear more about your good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you this as a thank you for coming.
Thank you so
I very much
much.
appreciate it. And here's a bit of water. I didn't offer it to you
Thank
earlier,
you.
but I really very much appreciate your time and all you do. And I'll just let you put yourself together and make your way out.
Thank you so much.
I really want to thank you for
Thank you
coming
for
to
having
the
me.
studio.
This has been really pleasant and fun.
Excellent.
to talk to
Thank you.
Thank you.
Likewise. Likewise. A pleasure to meet you. Thank you
care.
for your good work. All right. Thank you very much. Rosalina Nunez Manfreda from Senior Legal Services, the supervising attorney there. Thank you very much. I want to, I do not have a guest for the next few minutes, so I'm going to take the opportunity to just give you a bit of a rundown on some other events coming up in the county, other nonprofits that I really think if you are looking for ways to donate to meaningful nonprofits like Senior Legal Services and others that we'll be talking about in the next hour, I urge you to take a look at a couple that are here in Santa Cruz County and are 501c3s and doing excellent work to help battle, I guess is the word that comes to my mind, human trafficking in Santa Cruz County. Yes, it is alive, it is happening here, and woefully our youth are at risk, much like how Rosalina described for us the vulnerability of the seniors in our community to scams on the internet. The youth are even more so because they are often on social media, and there are predators out there who are looking for them, grooming them, and deceiving them, and they get ensnared in human trafficking webs here, both sex trafficking and labor trafficking. And it is expected by law enforcement that this will increase in the coming year due to the two very large events over the hill, the World Cup and the Super Bowl, both of which are huge known magnets for these kinds of activities. So Rising Worldwide, I talked about them a little bit last week. They had a fundraising event at the Rio Theater last Saturday. Rising Worldwide is a nonprofit locally organized and run by, many of them are survivors themselves of human trafficking, and they provide outreach, education, and really work with the schools to provide free programs to help inform and educate the youth, to recognize the beginnings, the predators that are out there, and how to not only keep from themselves becoming ensnared, but what to do if they see one of their friends that is caught in something like this. Rising Worldwide. And another one is Arukah Project. That's ARUKAH, Arukah Project. They are also a local nonprofit, also run by survivors of human trafficking. They provide shelter, services, healing services for the people who contact them that want to get out. They help them safely get out of human trafficking. And it is a very dangerous situation because the trafficker is often very violent, threatening, abusive, and when these survivors are courageous enough to try to get out, Arukah and Rising Worldwide are there to help them and to understand what they're going through because they themselves have been through that horrible experience. So consider those two 501c3s here also doing good work in Santa Cruz County, Rising Worldwide and Arukah Project. I'd also like to suggest that you take a look at Santa Cruz VISTA Center. I'm a member of the Cabrillo Host Lions Club. The Lions Club in general is a public service group, the largest one in the world, mind you. Now, there are lions in just about every country around the world, and the focus of the Lions Clubs is to assist the blind, visually impaired, and hearing impaired in our communities. We do local work. We provide free eyeglasses, free vision screening, free guide dogs, free eye surgeries if needed, and the person cannot pay for them. But here in Santa Cruz County, the Lions work with the Santa Cruz VISTA Center, and they are located on Seabright Avenue. It is a resource center for the blind and visually impaired and hearing impaired. They have classes, they have people there to help the visually impaired of all ages. The Lions work with them. We have helped them with their Teen Tech Week workshops, helping youth who are blind to learn new technology that is now becoming more and more available, but you have to learn how to use it. And so there is a week-long teen tech group, and they get together for a week and learn the technology. The Santa Cruz VISTA Center, if they have the money or if they are able to get a grant, are able to provide these teens with not only the know-how but also the equipment. So consider Santa Cruz VISTA Center as one of those you might want to put a little something in their stocking for this winter, this Christmas time. If you're interested in supporting the Lions, you can do so by going to get your Christmas tree at the Santa Cruz Host Lions Christmas tree lot. This weekend is their last weekend. They have beautiful, fresh, noble fir trees that have been grown and trucked down from Oregon and kept in water, so they are fresh. And the lot is open. The lot is located just down the street from Costco, in the parking lot of the Portuguese Hall. If you were going to go to Harvey West Park, you would pass right by it. So stop in there and get your Christmas tree. Tonight they're open until 7. Tomorrow and Sunday they open at 10 a.m. and close at 7 or until they are sold out. They have beautiful, beautiful fresh trees that have been well cared for. And you can have a wonderful time with your family there, picking out a tree that is just right for your home, and know that the money you pay for that beautiful tree is going to help 100% of the profits go to the Santa Cruz Host Lions work in Santa Cruz County, helping the blind and hearing impaired. So you could get a cheaper tree at Costco, but you can get a beautiful tree for a little bit more money and know that you are doing good work in the community by supporting the Santa Cruz Host Lions Club, one of the oldest Lions clubs in the state of California, mind you. A very, very excellent group. So if you are down in that area tomorrow morning, you may be interested in participating in an event called Wreaths Across America. At 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, the Santa Cruz chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution will be laying wreaths, fresh green wreaths, on the graves of all of the veterans in Evergreen Cemetery. This is an amazing event to honor the veterans. This Wreaths Across America is happening across the nation. And this year, the Santa Cruz chapter of the Daughters of American Revolution, partnering with the Cabrillo Host Lions Club, will be laying wreaths at 11 a.m. on the headstones of those veterans in Evergreen Cemetery. So please come join us and then go get your Christmas tree just down the street from the Santa Cruz Host Lions Club tree lot. And again, that's in the parking lot of the Portuguese Hall. We have young people there. We invite the scouts to come, the young Lions Club members called Leos, who are some of the best student leaders I've seen in a very long time. They help there. They will take your tree, help you pick it up, help you pull it out of the water trough, haul it over, give it a fresh cut, trim it up, put a stand on it if you want, net it if you want, and put it on or in your tree and secure it, all for free. So it's a chance to give our youth also a feeling of purpose and involvement, and they get their community service hours. So please stop in. It's a wonderful event. We've been having people come in who have for decades purchased their trees from the Lions Club, and come with their children and their grandchildren. And sometimes the grandchildren are adults, and the families all come together. It's a really wonderful, heartwarming experience, and lovely trees, lovely trees. All right, that is what I mostly wanted to talk with you about here in the little space. I've got a few moments here, so before I go to the 3 o'clock break, I'm going to just take a moment and update you, as I have been weekly on my programs, about the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors' actions to adopt new rules for allowing battery energy storage system, very large facilities in our county, using flammable explosive lithium ion batteries. So the latest story is that the Board of Supervisors did, they didn't make the decision. It was someone behind the scenes, likely the developer of the project, who has the permit in process for 300 storage containers full of lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are a different chemistry than the lithium batteries that caught fire in Moss Landing in January of this year, but still a deadly, very flammable lithium technology. 300 containers full of those next to College Lake in Watsonville at 90 Minto Road, next to Shapiro Knolls affordable housing complex, next to the Diamond Estates working class neighborhood, and many, many other people who are working class folks that live right there. Not to mention that it would be taking 15 to 17 acres out of production of an apple orchard, and in a county that we have said via Measure J, the voters passed in 1978, that we would preserve farmland and not use it for other non-agricultural related purposes. And here is this developer, New Leaf Energy, has the sway with the county, mostly waving green under their nose, or promise of green under their nose, to allow all of this to happen, and in fact writing the rules for our county's battery energy storage system, grid scale. This is large scale facilities in our county. So next Tuesday is the Board of Supervisor meeting at 9 a.m. They'll be in the basement of the county building at 701 Ocean Street. This issue will not be on their agenda, but you can go and speak. You can go in person. You can log on by phone or computer. That information is all on the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors website. If you click on meeting materials and go to the agenda for December 16th is what Tuesday is, you can find out how you can participate. Public comment, this would be at the very beginning that you would be able to speak. Public comment is at the very beginning. So please do that. The board will be formally looking at these rules again January 13th. That will be the first meeting in the new year. And the rules do not provide protection for the people. They do not provide protection for our firefighters and first responders. They do not honor the will of the people to preserve farmland. And they do not clearly establish why the setbacks that have been established now by the county and the developer to give a nod to hospitals and elder care centers, which is why it was removed. The site that had been intended next to Dominican Hospital was removed, but it does not include residential homes as what is called a sensitive receptor. Why would it make a difference? Why would it make a difference that someone is in the hospital and we have to protect them there when they could be just as ill in their home next to this, and it would not make a difference there? So residential areas need to be included as sensitive receptors. We need to protect our farmland. We need to protect our people and the responders. So chime in on all of that. And on next Tuesday, 9 a.m., the Santa Cruz County Board of Supervisors. I want to thank you for listening to the first hour here of Community Matters. I'm your host, Becky Steinbruner. I'm honored to be here with you. And our second hour will be very interesting. We will have Carmen Herrera Monsieur phoning in for the beginning, talking about El Pajaro Community Development Corporation, helping Latino women begin and develop their businesses. And then the second part of the second hour will be Mr. Luis Mieja from Jacob's Heart Children's Cancer Foundation. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for listening. This is Becky Steinbrunner. I am not on the air, but this is a recording, so I've taken the liberty to get a drink of water and collect myself a bit here. I want to use this time. We've got about 5 minutes before we do go back on the air, but for those of you who are listening to this as a recording, I'm going to take advantage of giving you some extra information. Stand by. Okay, that's excellent. Thank you, Susan. All right, just checking in with the person that's going to help bring my in-studio guest in here. So what I'm going to say here now is just updating you about a couple of very important things in the community that are coming about. There was an article in today's Santa Cruz Sentinel about the new interoperable radio system that the County Board of Supervisors approved last Tuesday. I want to let you know, because it was not made clear in that article, that this expensive radio system is the same as what was used in Lahaina, Hawaii, and was the cause for a lot of problems there and a lot of deaths there. And it's a problem because if not all of the agencies are on it, on that frequency, using those radios, then they cannot hear each other. And that is exactly what we will have in Santa Cruz County if this whole radio system moves forward, because CAL FIRE is not going to sign on. Now think about that. CAL FIRE is not going to sign on. That means that in large fires here, or if CAL FIRE units from other parts of the state come in to backfill when our units are gone to Los Angeles or someplace, they will not be able to hear our local radios in the county. And CAL FIRE also manages the Pajaro Valley Fire Protection District. That district will not be part of this system. Santa Cruz County Fire Department, known also as CSA 48, is a big piece of the fire protection district in this county managed by CAL FIRE. None of those people, the volunteers or the paid people, will be able to listen to and communicate with the other agencies. So pay attention to this. It's huge and it's vastly expensive. The Board of Supervisors agreed to sign up for it's $38 million, $202 per radio per month. And they will not own the equipment. So pay attention to this and talk with your county supervisor. The second thing I want to talk about quickly here is last night the Santa Cruz Mid-County Groundwater Agency refused to take any action to take a helicopter study that they did in 2017 and repeat those flight lines to get a better sense of how is the groundwater, seawater intrusion situation. A study done that they converted from a state study in 2022 showed fresh water flowing out into the sea further. So is it as bad as we thought? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, stay tuned. Welcome back to Community Matters. I'm your host, Becky Steinbrunner, and I'm honored to be here with you for another hour. We will be carrying on our program with the Santa Cruz Gives campaign, and my second hour will be with two guests, and our first guest is on the phone, so let me see if I can bring her in. Hello. Hi, can you hear me okay? Hi.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Thank you. Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Thank you for having us here, Becky. I am Carmen Herrera Mancier. I'm the Executive Director of El Pájaro Community Development Corporation. We're an organization based in Watsonville that has the mission of promoting equal access to economic opportunity. And we do that primarily through promoting entrepreneurship, supporting people starting businesses, growing businesses. And we have over the years built what we call an ecosystem of services and resources to support businesses and small business owners, a large group of women in starting and growing their businesses.
That's beautiful. I looked at your
Thank you.
website and I watched the video of the young Latina woman who wanted to own her own farm. That was a
Yes.
beautiful thing.
That's Maria, yes.
Maria, yes, it was beautiful. Now, El Pájaro Community Development Corporation was founded in 1979. You've been doing good work for a while. Can you tell us a little bit
Yes.
about the organization more?
Yes, of course. Thank you. Yes, our organization started here in Watsonville in the Pájaro Valley in the 1979. At the time, there was, the economy of the region was changing a lot, and there was a need to support the community, especially the farm working community, and finding other avenues of generating income and achieving economic mobility. So the group that founded the CDC thought about supporting people in, exploring their entrepreneurial spirit and giving them technical assistance and helping them access capital through other lenders to start businesses, to grow businesses. And that's how the CDC started. And over the years, we have grown to, in the 90s, they were able to open the Plaza Vigil, which is, I think it was the first retail incubator in the nation. And so we have a number of retail businesses that we support. And then over the years, we've created a number of educational programs. One of them is our core business development program that is called Empresaria, and it's a program that provides people with the basics about starting or managing a business. We do bilingual services,
Nice.
but then we also have developed other programs. In 2013, we also opened our kitchen incubator, which is also based here in Watsonville. It's a shared use commercial kitchen where we help people start businesses and grow businesses. One of the reasons we started that was because about 40% of the people that were coming to inquire about our services wanted to start a food business. And many of them thought that the only way was starting a restaurant. And as you may know, restaurants are a very high risk business.
Very difficult.
And they're also the cost of starting a restaurant is very high. So the kitchen provides the opportunity to people to start with a much lower investment and also manage risk. And also create their, at the beginning, many of our entrepreneurs create their own business and then they get to grow and then create more jobs. So that's the other reason why we do this work. And because of the different types of businesses that we serve and opportunities in the community, we have developed 2 industry-based programs. We help all kinds of businesses, a lot of retail, service industry, even some, like Maria, some, people in agriculture. But we've been supporting family childcare providers. This is
Oh,
mainly
nice.
women that have businesses at home. So it's family childcare homes, and we help them with the entrepreneurial side of the business. Because for us to keep licensed providers in our community, it's important that they are running businesses that are sustainable in the long run. And that's basically the role that we have with them. In the past couple of years, like 3 or 4 years, we actually were able to secure funding to do like an accelerator for childcare, so that they get classes like business classes, but they also get access to capital to start or grow, your business. And so we work with them. They do their business plans, and then they apply for their license or their expansion of license, and then they can access capital to me. So
That's excellent.
we have an array of services. So we do some classes that had to do focus on childcare, some also in food. Our program has developed a curricula about how to start a food business, and it has been changing over time. In the past year or a little more, we don't only do advice for the people that are inside our kitchen, but also people that are starting businesses outside of the walls of our kitchen. Many of them in the past few years have been first the cottage industry, but then also now the home kitchens. And the program that we're participating in the Santa Cruz Gives initiative is supporting access to capital. So in 2021, we decided that, or we've decided that before, but we started our own loan program. So we do everything here in house. We got a lender's license from the state of California. So we're doing microloans between $5,000 and $50,000, because that is one of the main challenges that small and micro businesses face when they're trying to grow or start, is access to capital. Most of our clients couldn't access capital anywhere, so we wanted to help and support them in doing this. And because we already provide all the other support, we do a lot of coaching for our clients. We usually serve, and at one point we expanded, and we now serve the whole county of Santa Cruz and 2 other counties. And yes, and so every year we serve in between 900 and 1,000 clients.
Wow.
Last year we did over 3,000 hours in coaching to clients, so individual coaching. And everything we do, one thing that is very important for us is culturally relevant. So we work with people in the language that they want to, communicate, and support them. We have become over the years a trusted messenger and a trusted advisor. So we're all about making those personal connections with all of our programs. And when you're going to try and get capital, and you have to provide all this information and talk about money, it could be intimidating. So
very much so.
The fact that we sit down with them, that we're talking face to face with them. We do have some technology incorporated in that, but it's optional. So like you can do your application online, but most of our people that we support are people that will prefer to sit down with someone from our organization, and that's what we provide. And we also go and visit them wherever they are.
How nice.
So that makes them feel more comfortable, and we help them Fill out applications or guide them in a lot of it, but like the kitchen is especially important, helping people navigate the systems of permits and licenses
Oh my.
and all of that.
Yes.
You- we like we restarted in the past couple of years also doing like the Serve Safe certification. So all of that, we do training and coaching and guidance.
Excellent.
So yeah, our team, we have a fabulous team that are very rooted in the community, and several of us have a background of having parents or that went through this. So for us, it's like we're supporting our uncle or our tia or our parents, go through this. So we are very rooted and connected to the community and understand, so we're able to walk with them, that path of going
Right.
through the process of starting or trying to figure out, sometimes people start informally, and as they are growing, they need more structure. So we support them on that.
That is so amazing, Carmen. That is amazing.
Sorry.
No, I'm
Thank
just
you.
I'm stunned, and what a kind thing to help. Probably they're not all young people. What are the age groups that you tend to see people wanting to start? Is it only women that you help?
No, we support, but over the years, and that has increased, over the years, the number of women. We do help between 60 and 70% women. It varies over the
Excellent.
years. It varies depending on the program also, but it's a majority women. Many of them are like a family business,
Yeah.
so it would be a couple that is involved,
Yeah.
but the majority of the businesses that we support are women owned, or at least 50% women owned. Like in childcare, like 99% of the participants are women. Because that's an industry where there's a lot of representation of women.
Yeah.
And but so it's not, but it is important, because like especially the reason we dedicated this initiative of the access to capital and the loan fund for women in Santa Cruz County
That is
is because
brilliant.
that's one of the main challenges
Yeah.
that women face. And that's not just, it's for any women, but the percentage of approval of loans is very low in women in general.
Yeah.
But when you go into women of color, that is even lower.
Yeah.
So that is actually one thing that since we started doing the lending, we went and analyzed even our own numbers, and we saw that at the beginning there were more men coming for capital than women. And so we started thinking about like, what are we going to do? We need to do more like intentional outreach. So right now we're at a point where we're in between 50 and 60% of the loans going to women.
That's
And
wonderful.
yes, thank you. And that's why we focus on that. So every penny that people will donate to our initiative in Santa Cruz Gives will go to the loan fund. So if you give us $1, that dollar will become part of a loan that we're giving to women. We're not using that money for overhead or anything else. It's going to the loan fund pot of money. And so there's a need for more fund. We are a very young program in terms of our loan program. And we hope that the community support us and think about, all the women that you deal with every day, the lady of the restaurant, your childcare provider, your hairdresser, you name it.
Yeah.
we have all
Farmers.
kinds of business, and lately, like there's also a lot of farmers, women that are now venturing
Yeah.
in farming, that are doing that. We have confectioners, very
Oh,
amazing, chefs that are doing beautiful pastries, and also women that are being very creative, like at the kitchen. We have someone that is doing especially um, like a very special type of café de olla that is like you use like a tea
oh,
and things like that. So we are people that work in a very happy environment because there's a
yeah,
lot of creativity,
yeah,
and there's also a lot of need of the capital, because that could be the difference in you maybe being able to expand the market, or making your operation more efficient, or you getting your childcare license. One of the
yeah.
loans that we did recently in Watsonville is for a woman that moved to a different home, and she needed to do all these improvements, or otherwise she was not going to pass her license,
Oh, yes.
inspection. And $5,000 can do a lot for something like that. And
Absolutely.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, so.
And
Hmm.
do your clients sort of, I would expect, network with each other too in terms of how they market their goods and services? Is there help with that piece? Because it's one thing to make something, but then you've got to sell it too.
Hmm.
Talk with us a bit about that.
Exactly. Yes, so we do actually intentionally have some access to market initiatives or strategies within the organization. When they come to classes, they know each other and all of that, but we also like do more and more. We've been doing more exposure of our programs and our clients, but we have a couple of things that we do during the year, like in the kitchen. We just had our winter market, so
Oh,
people could come. It's always the first Saturday of December, so people will come, look at the product, taste them, and then will buy. And thankfully, like that was a very good example where people, basically most of them, or sold out, and some
yeah.
almost sold out. So it was
Hey,
a
that's
very good thing.
beautiful.
Hmm.
Where
Yeah,
was that market held so we can put it on our calendar for next year?
yeah. It was actually in the kitchen here. It's 412 Riverside Drive.
Oh,
The kitchen is not open to the public, so that day we open it to the public.
oh,
But right now there's another opportunity, and that's another strategy for us also with the food entrepreneurs, is to that we came up with this idea of doing a gift box with products made in the kitchen, so people
oh,
can go online and get and buy products that are made there in the kitchen, to give away for whomever, your friends, your family, your clients. Um, so if they go onto our website, they can get there. There's a shop, and then in the shop, when they click the shop, they're gonna find the information about it, and they can buy things online, they can pick up, or we can ship. So that's another
mm,
way of us doing access to markets for our clients. We do a lot of social media. We actually have expanded a lot of our marketing. This year, we also did a list of businesses that in general, not just food businesses, that local businesses that people can visit and buy from local businesses
oh,
in the community. So it's putting it in mind of the community that um, there's these local businesses that are available for you to do your holiday sales, either with gifts or other needs, things that you have, expenditures that you do during the holidays.
Excellent.
And so that's one thing that we've been promoting.
Tell us your website. How do we find your website? How do we find you? How do we donate to this good lending source that will provide money to young businesses that would not otherwise likely be able to get it? How do we find you, and how do we donate?
Exactly. And we work with those clients that nobody will lend. That's very important to know. We're covering that gap. Yes, so our website is El Pájaro CDC altogether .org. And then we have like two very visible donate buttons there, and that will take you directly to our Santa Cruz Gifts portal. And then that portal, people can watch the video that you were referring to. It's a beautiful 1-minute video, so
Yes.
people don't have to spend a lot of time. But it's a very beautiful story, and the one thing that we really loved about it was that, the client was interviewed with us without us being in front of her when she did the interview.
Wow.
And she summarized, at the end, how she says and talks about her being the seed and our support being the nurturing. Like she did this beautiful comparison, or
with a big smile on her face. She can tell that she is doing well, and she is doing what she has hoped to be able to do, thanks to the help of El Pájaro Community Development Corporation, CDC. Wonderful. Yeah.
So in our website, people can find both the donate button and the shop, and then in the shop they're gonna find that button.
Excellent. So that's El Pájaro CDC, and the CDC stands for Community Development Corporation.org. Is that right?
That's right. Yes.
Excellent. Carmen, you sound like you have been involved with this for quite a long time.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that and how you were drawn to do this good work.
Yeah, well, I am. First place, I've been here with El Pájaro CDC. It's going to be 23 years.
Wow.
That have gone like if it was 2. But I'm very privileged of having the opportunity to have seen the organization grow and work with board and community to get it to where it is, and with an amazing team that we have. I actually come from a family with a very similar background that our clients have. I am the granddaughter and daughter of farm workers. My dad worked in the field for a while, but then he learned the bakery trade, and then he and my mom worked very hard and opened a bakery, and that really changed our lives.
That is hard
so for
work.
me, it's like I'm kind of giving back, or it's I've gone through this firsthand, and I know how, the difference that starting a business and growing a business, how that can improve the quality of life of a family and then the community too.
Yeah.
So I always tell I used to do orientations more often with our clients, and I would always tell the story of my parents, and I will tell them that thanks to that business that was and still is there, and it's not here in Santa Cruz, but we were 10 children, and 9 survived, and the 9 of us had the opportunity to go to college because my parents were able to have a business that was very successful.
Well, there you go.
And, so that to me is a big motivation of the
Yes.
work that they're
Yes.
doing here.
Well, Carmen, thank you so much. We are at the end of our time, and I want to thank you for your good work and for taking time to be here with us today on Community Matters to explain the good work that El Pajaro Community Development Corporation is doing to help many in Santa Cruz County. What other two counties are you helping?
Monterey and San Benito.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
to you,
One more
Becky.
time, how can we contact you to give a donation and help out?
Yes, thank you very much. It's El Pájaro CDC altogether .org, and that's our website. And right there in front of our main page, you're gonna see the donate button. There's one on the very, very top, and then one under our logo. And then there. So yes, please visit us. And I just wanna repeat again that each, $50, $100, $1,000, $10,000, whatever, everything is going to that loan fund for women in Santa Cruz County. It's the name of the program is helping women take flight. Yeah. So, because that's the idea that we have, that we're helping women and other people in taking flight as entrepreneurs. So,
excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Carmen Herrera Monsieur, thank you so much for joining us here today and for your good work in the community. Take care and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
You as well. Bye for now. All right. Thank you. Well, we are learning more today about nonprofits doing excellent work in our community. We've heard from a couple today, and now my guest for the third, I'm honored to have Mr. Luis Mieja from Jacob's Heart Children's Cancer Foundation. Welcome, and thank you for being here in the studio today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. You need to be about a fist away from that. And if that's not comfortable, you can use this microphone. And why don't we just do a quick sound check here if you want to speak into the microphone.
Check, check.
All righty, I'm going to boost you a bit there. Thank you very much. May I call you Luis?
Luis, yeah, that's perfect.
Thank you very much. My name is Becky. I am the host here of Community Matters, and I'm honored to have you here.
Thank you.
And want to thank you for your good work.
Yeah, thank you, Becky. Nice to meet you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then move on to the work you do.
Sure, yeah. So, my name is Luis Mujica. I am the Interim Executive Director at Jacob's Heart Children's Cancer Support Services. Uh-huh. I grew up in Santa Cruz. I went to high school here. I went to college in Monterey. And now I work at Jacob's Heart, and our office is located in Watsonville.
Most of us know about Jacob's Heart. It captures many of our hearts. But tell us a little bit about the organization. It was founded in 1998?
That's correct, yeah. So we're coming up on 28 years in February, this coming February.
Yeah. Wow. And tell us a little bit about the story of the organization and what it is that you do and how people find you.
Yeah, so Jacob's Heart is a nonprofit organization, as you know, and our mission is to help families whose children have cancer, and we do that by easing the burden that they carry along with that pediatric cancer diagnosis. Yeah. So that could be anything from receiving direct financial support, they get food deliveries, they get rides to and from the hospital, and those are our major programs that we offer them.
Uh-huh. And I'm aware that you have quite a heavy caseload.
We do, yes. We actually just finished our year-end appeal, so I have some numbers for you. Mm-hmm. As of right now, we have helped a total of 1,992 individuals.
Wow. Children,
individuals, so that includes family
their
members.
Families.
Yes. For Santa Cruz County specifically, for children, we have on our service 127 children.
Wow.
And including their family members, that's 568 individuals here in Santa Cruz County.
Right in this county.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no
good
problem.
work.
Thank you.
I have been reading quite a bit about the incidence of childhood cancers really on the rise, especially in agricultural areas. Is that what the trend you're seeing there in your work too?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think because we live in kind of the agriculture area of the United States, and
Yeah.
that's what's around us, that's what we're seeing. But yeah, we're here to help the families that unfortunately get that diagnosis for their children in any way that we can.
How do people, I mean, I can only imagine being a parent and having a child being ill and then get that diagnosis. How do they get referred to you? How do they find you?
Yeah, so the most common way is through the hospital, right? So their child's not feeling well. Maybe their teacher's telling the parent, like, "Hey, I've noticed a change in your child's behavior." They go to their doctor, and then once they get referred to either Stanford or UCSF or Kaiser, that's when they refer them to us. So we have a really good working relationship with the hospitals that do pediatric cancer, and the social work team that they have up there then sends them to us at Jacob's Heart. But it's also community word of mouth. You know, if your neighbor, if you know about Jacob's Heart and you hear that your neighbor's child is going through something, you knowing that can be like, "Hey, I know about Jacob's Heart. They're located in Watsonville. Why don't you give them a call and they can help you out."
Where are you located in Watsonville?
Yeah, so we are on 567 Auto Center Drive.
Kind of where within the city of Watsonville generally is that?
Yeah, so we're right across from Tractor Supply. So Auto Center Drive, it's sort of the entrance to where all the car dealerships are. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I think there's a grocery outlet there too.
Yeah, grocery outlet. We love them. They're big supporters of Jacob's Heart. Yeah, they come out to a lot of our events.
Yeah, excellent. Part of how I first learned about Jacob's Heart was through our 4-H group, adopting a family at a holiday time.
We're doing that. Literally, I left the office today. Today's the deadline for our adopted family, so the office looks like Santa's workshop right now. Everybody's working really hard to get all those gifts wrapped up and delivered to our families.
That's a thing of beauty. And
for sure, it's magical.
Yes, indeed. And I know that the local Lions Club, I was speaking earlier, they also donate and work. And you have many Lions that work there.
We do,
too.
yeah. We have one of our staff members, Robert Caballero. He is a Lion for the San Martin Lions. But all of the Lion clubs around us are big supporters of Jacob's Heart. We really lean on them pretty heavily when it comes to community support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the good fortune of helping with a barbecue picnic lunch.
Yes, yeah.
That happened at Royal Oaks Park.
Right,
and it was just delightful. Really delightful to see those families come out, have a nice lunch together, and have fun in a jump house and playing games and dancing. And it was beautiful just to have fun because it's a very intense time.
For sure, yeah.
In their lives.
That's definitely one of the really nice things about Jacob's Heart is the community that's built within the families.
Yeah.
As I'm sure you can imagine, and anyone listening, getting that news, right, that your child has cancer can become really isolating.
Yeah.
So giving a space for families to come together and just letting them see that you're not alone. There's other families going through this, right?
Yeah.
Families talk to each other, they laugh, they have fun, their kids, jump around and play hide and seek in our office all day long. Yeah. It's really beautiful to see.
That's great fun. Great support for people really at a time of great need in their lives, and the children especially needing.
100%. Yeah.
Well, tell us how we can help Jacob's Heart.
Yeah, so you can help Jacob's Heart by making a donation. You could go to our website, www.jacobsheart.org. You can follow us on Instagram. That's Jacob's Heart's Kids. And you can also give us a call. You could volunteer. There's lots of ways to get involved. It's not always about money. Even just knowing about Jacob's Heart or spreading the word really helps, get our name out there in the community.
Mm-hmm. If people have extra time, what sorts of things can they do?
Yeah, so we have different volunteer opportunities, some that are ongoing and then some that are involved with our events. So when we have family events, we definitely lean on volunteers to help organize all of that. We have our ongoing volunteer opportunity. Our biggest one is decorating grocery bags. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, one of our biggest programs is helping families with food. We deliver food to their house, and some families are able to come into the office and get groceries picked up for their families. And every bag that groceries are delivered in are decorated by a volunteer in the community.
How nice.
And those are all kid-friendly drawings. So it's really popular for volunteers to come pick up bags at our office and take them home. They can decorate them, and then they can log some volunteer hours.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like it could be a fun activity for like a card group or social groups that get together anyway.
We do have a lot of those, that come in, pick up some bags, and do it as groups.
Very, very nice. Yeah. What is your greatest need now?
I mean, because of our approach of letting families lead with what care they need, our support is super dynamic. So obviously, making a financial donation is going to help the most, because that allows us to then turn around and help families in whatever way they need. May that be buying school supplies for back to school. Right now, you mentioned Adopt a Family earlier, filling in those needs for Christmas presents, making Christmas happen this year. It could be getting them a gas card so they can go up to the hospital and get their children to their appointments. And it could be, unfortunately for those children that don't make it, helping with funeral expenses, and helping with rent, helping with a car payment, anything like that. I think financially is definitely the biggest way that you can help. But again, like I said, it could just be spreading the word.
Anything and everything is important.
We'll take any help that we can get. Yeah.
What drew you into this work?
Yeah, so like I said, I've been local to Santa Cruz County my entire life. When I went back to school, I was able actually to get connected with Jacob's Heart through my major as an intern. Yeah, so I started off as an intern. I saw the amazing work that was being done. I was super inspired, and I weaseled my way into the staff. I was able to get hired pretty quickly.
You were decorating grocery bags and just wouldn't leave, right?
Exactly, right? I was like, if I don't leave, you have to hire me, right?
Good for you.
Yeah. So, I started off in event coordinating. I had some event experience, so that I was helping out with coordinating the fundraisers, and just worked my way up, kept learning, kept growing, and
Beautiful. Well, here you are.
Here I am.
And thank you for being here and for the good work you do.
Of course,
Yeah. Tell us one more time how people can donate funds, because this is part of the Santa Cruz Gives campaign, and we want to support Jacob's Heart.
Of course, the easiest way to do that is going to be going to our website. That's jacobsheart.org. But you can also give us a call, and we can do a donation over the phone at 831-724-9100. 831-724-9100, and also follow us on Instagram at Jacob's Heart Kids.
Excellent. Thank you. Many ways. We could, if you would like, open up the phone lines and just see if people have questions.
Sure.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Let's do that. If you are listening and want to call in and make a comment or have a question or have a story, please do so. Here's the number, 831-265-5050. We'd be happy to take your call and hear from you. Can you tell us some of the stories of families?
Yeah. My personally favorite story has to do around Christmas. So I think it was my second year at Jacob's Heart. We were hosting our annual family holiday party. So we opened up our office doors at that time, and we just host the families. They come in. We have a Santa Claus that comes in. He volunteers every year. We get gifts to the kids that show up. We have face painting, food. It's a whole festive evening. It's super nice. But I think my favorite memory from that night was there was a little girl who she had just become a part of Jacob's Heart. So she was relatively new. She didn't really know her and her family about the community that we have. So when she got in, she saw all the other kids around her. Her mom was kind of behind her, trying to, kind of being cautious of letting her run around by herself. And then she just turned around and looked up at her mom, and in the most excited voice, she had seen another little girl who was also going through treatment. So she was also bald,
Yeah.
like the little girl that I'm talking about. So she turns up and looks at her mom and just says, Mom, that little girl is bald just like me.
Oh, bless
And I
her
just like,
heart.
oh, and it just goes to show like something that if you get enough people that are part of the same community,
Yeah.
right? It's those things that you don't think of seeing someone that just looks like you
Yeah.
in a world where there's not that many kids around you that are going on with the same thing. So they're not really going to understand until you see that person that looks
Right.
just like you, right?
Yeah.
And they played together all evening. And after that, the mom just like, you could tell she had this sigh of relief of like, oh my God, this is where we
yeah.
really belong.
Yeah. Relieving the fear, relieving the isolation.
Mm-hmm. The idea of letting go that you're not alone in this journey, that there's others going through it. And then there's organizations like Jacob's Heart that are there to help you.
Yeah. We have a caller here.
Oh, awesome.
So let's see. Alyssa, let's get you on the phone. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hi, we can hear you. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for allowing us to be able to call and talk about Jacob's Heart. I've actually been a long-time donor, and I just participated in Adopt-A-Family for Jacob's Heart this year.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Tell us what...
This is something that me and my family, we like to do every year. It really is just a chance for us to give back to our community, especially the kids who are going through it actively, like currently. These kids, I just love being able to shop for them every year and just seeing the different like family that we get. It's amazing.
Yeah. How long has your family had this tradition, Alyssa?
For the last 5 years now.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah. The only reason we're allowed to do the work that we can do with these families is because of donors like you and, stepping up and taking on that for the families, making Christmas happen. It's really magical.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
Alyssa, the thing that because I've also participated this way with a couple of public service groups that I'm part of, and what amazes me is the simplicity of what the families often ask for. Just a gas card, a food card, pajamas, things like that. It's very moving to be able to help people with their simple things that make such a huge difference. What has been your experience?
Yeah, so in the family that we helped out this season, and they give us like a bio, so we learn a little bit about the family. And this family, like, they just, the things that they were asking for, just like a Lego, some clothes, some new shoes, because it's a single mom, with her kids, and just really being able to like step up and give her a gift card that she can use. And we even threw in a little extra in there for her and to like help, just being able to just provide what they really need for this holiday season.
Yeah.
So we can't thank Jacob's Heart enough for allowing us to help out in this way.
That's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, I hope that you will spread the word about Jacob's Heart and
Oh, absolutely.
Invite your friends and neighbors to join you with this effort, not only at holiday time, but year-round. Is that right, Luis?
That's correct, yeah. And I invite anybody that's curious about what we do, or if you just want to see our office or, give us a visit. Again, we're located in Watsonville at 567 Auto Center Drive. You can swing by. We're more than happy to give you a tour. Sometimes it's hard to understand when you're hearing something or hearing someone talk about really the whole scope of what we do as an organization. But once you see the space, it really all comes together and you're able to see exactly in all the ways that we're able to help families.
Beautiful. Alyssa, do you have any other comment or questions?
I was actually wondering, like, how many families are on service? I don't actually know the answer to that one.
Yeah, so I did say earlier, but we have a total of individuals of 1,992. So that's including the children, that's their siblings, their parents, but just families in general. So that would be children diagnosed that we serve. We're about 457 total.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's 127 kids in Santa Cruz County.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for letting me know that answer. I appreciate it.
And
Yeah, thank
and you
you.
also have clients from other local counties?
Yeah, so we do serve Santa Cruz County. In addition, we also serve San Benito County, Monterey County, and we serve the entirety of Santa Clara County as well.
Wow. Wow, wow. Did you hear that, Alyssa?
I did. That's so cool.
That is
And
amazing, isn't it?
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that you guys went into all of Santa Clara.
Yeah, that's new. So we've been serving South Santa Clara now for quite some time. But this last July, we opened the entirety of Santa Clara County. So we're in the whole area now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's huge. Alyssa, do you have any other questions?
No, I think that's it. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it and all that you do for our community, both of you.
Yeah, well, thank you for being a donor and a supporter.
Indeed. Thank you for calling in today and for your good work in the community, Alyssa. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now. So, if anybody else out there would like to call in with comments, questions, stories, please do so. 831 is the area code 265-5050. So we have a lot of need out there.
Definitely.
And it isn't only the children with the diagnosis, it affects their siblings, their whole
100%,
family.
yes.
Talk with us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's so hard, right? Like you, as a parent, you hear this news that your child has cancer. Naturally, you're going to go into parent mode, into mama bear, papa bear mode, and
Right.
try to take care of what that child needs, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of our families, they do have siblings. So as a parent, how do you navigate that, right?
Yeah.
A lot of our siblings are teenagers. So on top of, your younger or older sibling going through this journey, now you're also taking on the challenge of transition and becoming a teenager, those kind of things. So what Jacob's Heart does to help is we offer in-house therapy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a relatively new program to Jacob's Heart, but year after year it's been growing. And we offer those services to the entire family, and we let the family decide who family is. So that could be
Beautiful.
grandparent, it could be grandma, grandpa, uncle, aunt, brother, sister, cousin, whoever they're, whoever's taking care of them. We open the door for those services for them. And yeah, we have a team of therapists that see the families and they help them through what they're going, and it just makes things a little bit easier for everybody. If we can even make it 1% better, then it's worth doing for us.
Absolutely. And that is all funded by donations from the public?
Yeah,
Do you
so
have people donate therapist time? How does this work?
so we've been able to right now we have a director of therapy services of behavioral health, and we have one clinician on staff, and they're able to take care of the need that we have right now.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have another caller.
Oh, great.
May we?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. We have Michael on the phone. Let's see if we can get you in now. Hello, Michael, can you hear us?
Yes, I can, and thank you for this wonderful presentation. A quick question. I know that the rate of autism among young children is increasing significantly across the country. Is that same phenomenon true with childhood cancer? Is this something that's increasing?
What we've seen, the way that we can kind of keep a pulse on this is through referral rate. So we track the number of referrals that we get year after year. We do see a small increase in families that are referred to us year after year, but that could be attributed to a lot of different things. It could just be that more people know about us. Like I mentioned earlier, we just finished expanding into Santa Clara County. So we anticipate that we're going to start seeing a lot more families coming in because of that.
Okay, but there's no national survey of childhood cancer that would kind of give a hint as to the direction we're headed.
Not that
Would
we're
you
aware
know?
of, no. Yeah, we're more on the social support side and not really the research side. So
Right.
yeah, I'm sure the hospitals and all of that have those numbers.
I have.
Well, thank you very much for your service.
Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Thank you for calling, Michael. I have read some things, mostly in local newspapers, talking about sort of the correlation of increase in childhood cancers in areas where there are pesticide use. And there is a group called CORA, and I can't remember what it stands for, but they are really working to help work with farmers to reduce the use of pesticides. And of course, wouldn't it be a thing of beauty if all of Santa Cruz County and beyond were organic farms? But that may not be for a while. Michael, do you have anything else you would like to say, any information or comments or questions?
No, I don't. Just thank you both for the service you're providing our community today. Appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you for calling today, and happy holidays. So, tell us one more time how we can help.
Yeah, so a big way you can help is by making a donation on our website. That's going to be the easiest way, which is jacobsheart.org. Again, that's jacobsheart.org. You can also give us a call, 831-724-9100, 831-724-9100. And then we also ask that you follow us on Instagram. If you have an Instagram, we do a lot of our community asks on Instagram. So every now and then you'll see, we're looking for egg cartons. We're looking for egg donations, actually, with cut and snap benefits in November, the pause.
Yes.
We saw, we were able to, through Instagram, fill a lot of the families' needs for food because a lot of our families are taking advantage of SNAP. So, Instagram is a big tool that we can use to really get our asks out there to the community.
Yeah. Do you partner with food banks like Second Harvest Food Bank? Yes,
of course, yeah. Second Harvest is a big supporter of Jacob's Heart.
Yeah.
Excellent. We're just down the street from them.
Well, we're all connected, aren't we?
Yes, for sure. It's a small community, and it's a really tight-knit community as well. Yeah, we're very lucky.
Beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. And unfortunately, adversity brings us closer together. But, or fortunately, that happens. But the cut-in SNAP benefits and I think the concerns around immigration and all of that has definitely changed the landscape. So one thing I have a question about is if someone has a car that they don't use, can they donate it to Jacob's Heart?
That is a great question. Because of the space that we have and the capacity of our team, we can take car donations. However, we have some caveats. So if you do have a car that you'd like to donate, feel free to give us a call at our office. That number again is 831-724-9100, 831-724-9100. And we'll just have some questions for you. And if we are able to take your car donation, then we'll be more than happy to take it.
Okay. I know some organizations take cars that are working or not and sell them and take that money and use it. So those things are all helpful. So we've got about 30 seconds left, Luis. I want to thank you so much for taking time to come here to the studio today, for your good work. And one more time, tell us how we can help, because that's what we want to do.
Of course, yes. So our website, if you'd like to make a donation or learn more about what we do, is www.jacobsheart.org, jacobsheart.org. Our phone number at the office is 831-724-9100. And our Instagram is Jacob's Heart Kids.
Excellent. Thank you again.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me and giving us the opportunity to come and share what we do.
My pleasure and honor indeed. Thank you for your good work. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
And relay that to Santa's workshop there too.
Oh, a little shout out to everyone at the office. You guys are incredible and you're working so hard. None of this could happen without you guys. So pat on the back.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you. I really appreciate your time.
As me as well. Thank you.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.